Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sandman. Welcome to another Let's Get This Bread episode. I know it's been a while and this is a long overdue installment. I haven't made a Let's Get This Bread video in a long time. If you hear any of those banging noises, it's my cat trying to get into his food, but he can't because there's child-safe locks on it. Today's video is, it's a long time coming. I knew when I started the series I'd have to eventually make this bread. Not excited for it. I know it's gonna kick my ass right out the gate. Yep, we're doing sourdough. If you don't know anything about sourdough, other than the fact that it's superb, it takes a long time to make. So this is gonna be the first Let's Get This Bread video that is going to go over the course of 2 days. Hopefully it's good because I'm using this as a bribe for my Dungeons and Dragons DM, and I hope that she likes it. If it turns out horrible, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My character's probably gonna die. It doesn't matter. You are going to need water. You are going to need starter. I have my starter right here. I'll talk to you about the starter in a minute. You're gonna need flour. The recipe calls for bread flour, but I have all-purpose flour because I like to live dangerously. You're going to need oil. You're going to need salt. I think that's it. Easy, right? We'll see. And then you're going to need stuff. So you're going to need a bowl to mix it with. You're going to need your little hands all clean. You're going to need measuring cups as well as measuring spoons. I bought new ones because I keep losing them. You're going to need parchment paper. You are going to need a Dutch oven. Can you believe it? I bought a Dutch oven for this stupid bread. I hope I make this every which way. I hope I make this every week. Otherwise, this is already the most expensive bread that I've made so far. Oh, and most importantly, what you're going to need your cooking buddy or your baking buddy. And I have Fraser here with me, as always, is Fraser, making sure that that is a suitable cooking domain. So yeah, that's what you're gonna need. So this starter is very special. I have been feeding this for a couple weeks now. The interesting thing about this starter is that the yeast in it is from a 900-year-old yeast colony. So it's gonna be some good fucking bread. This was given to me courtesy of my friend Nick. Nick, if you're watching, hi and thank you. Also, get off of my YouTube. I have embarrassing stuff here. So yeah, and it smells rancid, so it's gonna be good sourdough. Okay, first things first, we want 1 cup and 1 tablespoon of water. This recipe was originally done in measurements of weight, not volume. I don't have a scale, so we're working with what we got. Next, we're gonna need 3/4 of our starter. Not excited for this part. Oh my god, this smells like beer is the problem. Oh my god. This looks fake. This doesn't look like it's ever gonna be edible, but trust the process, am I right, kids? This smells like alcohol. This smells like it'll kill me. Now the recipe says 2 tablespoons of oil. Alright, that should be easy enough. I feel like this recipe is deceiving because I feel, yep, already overpoured. It's fine. It's fine. But it's deceiving, I feel, because I think it's supposed to look easy. It looks easy. It looks like it's gonna take a long time, but everything looks like non-strenuous. And I feel like that's supposed to lull me into a false sense of safety. And now it says to whisk everything together. I don't own a whisk, so we're going to use a fork. This already looks like a science project. This does not look like a bread recipe, which that's fun, but like I don't know how I feel about just being something that people are going to eat, especially when I'm trying to bribe my DM. I've already made a mistake, and it has nothing to do with the actual making of the bread. There's still flour in the bag. Do you see my issue? Okay. It's fine. I need 4 cups of this. So everything is a mess, and how fortuitous the amount that I over poured into the jar of flour was 4 cups there and about. So that's how much I added in, because that's what the recipe calls for. And then we need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then squish together with your hands until flour is absorbed. So we need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Oh, we have new salt and pepper shakers. They're these little like vintage Coca-Cola cans. Do you dig it? You gotta. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna open it up. Get 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm not looking forward to mixing this with my hands. It's actually, I'm actually dreading it, and it's actually the main cause of my current anxiety. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. I'm gonna mix it a little bit with a spoon, and then when it gets better, I'll use my hands. My hands will join the party. Now I gotta start mixing. I hate this. I've done this before. I've mixed dough with my hands before, but this recipe, I think it's the knowledge that that starter is a couple weeks old, or I've been adding to it for a couple weeks. I've been feeding it for a couple weeks. So the idea that it's like rotted food, I know that's not what it is. But is it? I don't want to do this. I hate it already. I just touched it. Oh, it's terrible. It's literally terrible. Okay, I don't know what to do because the flour is absorbed. It's all together. It's all one thing. But the problem is the recipe said it should feel dry and shaggy. And it doesn't. It feels gooey, and when I washed off my hands, it felt like, you know, like when you're in school and you mix together, what is it, like, I don't know, like baking powder and oil and water or something, and it's like when you let it like drip from your hands, it's a liquid, but as soon as you apply force to it, it's a solid. It felt like that. Don't love that. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should add more flour so it dries out more, or if I should just leave it. In this series, I have been punished for following my gut, and I've been punished for following the recipe. So I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna add a smidge more flour, like literally the tiniest bit, and then I'll see where it takes me from there. I must have added like 1/3 cup or something, but it finally feels dry and shaggy. So the next step is to put in the bowl, cover it for 30 minutes, let it rise, give the gluten a rest, and then we'll see where we get to from there. It's been 30 minutes and it looks the same, which is fine. So now next step is to please come out, please. Oh my god. Please. Got it. Work it into a ball, right into the ball. Take off my rings. I'm gonna fight this bread. When you're done with that, you leave it overnight. Well, technically the recipe says 3 to 12 hours, but I'm going to bed after this. Can't be bothered. So it's day 2. The bread has risen quite a bit. And now it's time to actually get cooking with it. So I'm gonna start by lightly flouring my surface as the professionals do. Yep, it still smells like beer. Okay. And then plop it out onto your floured surface like so. Oh, please God, if this doesn't, please. And cut it in half. You can just like keep it one solid thing, but
I'm giving some of this to my DM, and I don't want to give it to her with a chunk taken out because I want to taste it, obviously. So we're cutting it in half. And what we're going to do is this thing called the envelope folding method. You could Google it, I guess. I did because I didn't know what it was. And you're going to fold it. Okay. Oh, fuck, my Dutch oven. I got to go get my Dutch oven. Okay, friends, here's my stupid new Dutch oven that cost me ass amount of money. Okay, it does not matter. So we need to cover the inside with parchment paper. I got my parchment paper. Satisfying. Okay, it also didn't cut straight, but it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Okay. And then you plop your little roll. It's so itty bitty. And then you put it right in your Dutch oven. This is the easiest recipe ever. Watch it not come out. Watch it literally turn into fire. I don't know. Let rise for 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, see you fucks in an hour. Actually, no, secondary step. So I learned that you can't just keep the rest of the dough out while this is doing its thing. So you have to put it in the fridge. So I'm gonna put the rest of this in the fridge. Well, I'm gonna fold it first. I'm taking a break from making sourdough. I'm gonna paint skulls, and I'm making roasted marshmallows with my Kindle. So it is done right, well, it's quote unquote done rising. I'm gonna preheat the oven. It says to preheat it to 450. So I just did that. I didn't do that while it was rising because I checked on it and it didn't look like it rose at all, so I'm gonna let it rise some more while the oven is preheating. I think the oven's ready, so time to slice it down the middle. I don't think it's supposed to do that. It's going in the oven for 20 minutes. The recipe's really weird. It says to preheat the oven to 450, then reduce it to 400. So what's the point of me putting it at 450? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it goes in covered for 20 minutes. Timer went off. I'm gonna take the lid off, and then the recipe says to leave it in for 40 minutes. But 30 minutes if you halved it, which I did. So I'm gonna leave it in for 30 minutes and take off the lid right now. I took out the first loaf. It didn't get big at all. I don't know if it's supposed to expand like regular bread, but I put the other loaf into the oven, so hopefully one of these turns out nice. And you have to let it cool for an hour, which is ass, but it's fine. I'll wait. So I just cut it open, and it's time to taste test. The problem, sorry, my boyfriend's holding my cat like a baby. He's purring. Anyway, he's so cute. Let me taste test. Tastes fine. Doesn't taste like super sourdoughy, but it's fine. It tastes like sourdough, but it's not like super tangy like I was hoping. Oh, that's such a disappointment. You want to try? Other end, or doesn't matter, I guess. Verdict. Think it's good? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I guess that's a success. We'll see what my DM thinks. I hope that you guys did enjoy this episode of Let's Get This Bread. I know that it wasn't as like fulfilling at the end, but yeah, we made bread successfully. It was edible, so success. I guess it was a very mild success. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos. There's a whole playlist of Let's Get This Bread videos. What bread should I make next? Leave a comment, let me know. All my social media is in links in the description below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.